everyone, this is Eli G. Brown / Eli G. Brony here with another Bionicle MOC that I've made for Generation 2, obviously, since it uses the character and creature building system, though I have made Bionicle MOCs for the first generation in the past that used the character and creature building system before Generation 2 came into existence. Of course, at that time, I didn't know that there was going to be a Generation 2, or that Bionicle was even going to be coming back at all, considering how long it's been since its original discontinuation. But anyway, this is a sort of Hornet-like creature that can be found on Okoto. I'm not quite sure where exactly you would find it. Maybe you would find it in the jungle region. My attempt at this was to actually make something like something that you would see from Bionicle the game. You know, with, I think they were supposed to be called the Nui Copen, though this probably would not be accurate to that. I probably could have made the tail bigger so it would be like more convincing or something. It doesn't actually look like a Nui Copen in either the game or on the actual set, which a Nui Copen is actually the combination model with the Nui Rama that came out in the first generation of Bionicle during its first year. It doesn't look like either that or what was shown in the game, like I was intending for it to. But what I did get, I am actually pretty happy with. So I used the Vital Head, which you may remember from 2008. I did previously use that on a Hero Factory Brain Attack series MOC, but I decided to take it apart because I really didn't want to have it on the shelf anymore, and I didn't want to have it built anymore, and also I wanted to use its parts for other things. So I just took it apart and then used the parts to build new things, and this is the result of exactly that. So what did I use for this, you may ask? Well, I tried all sorts of different things with trying to get the body to work together, such as getting the Vital Head to fit on. Well, I kind of took some advice that Jane Bricks made in one of his videos a long time ago. I don't know if any of you may remember the K10 units that Jane Bricks brought out in 2011. The little Hero Factory dog-like robots that use the Toho Hordika heads. He made 5 of them, since there was no Brown Hero in Hero Factory, so there was nothing, there were no parts for the Onawa head to work with. So I kind of took some inspiration from that sort of building system, and just found a way to connect the head onto the body, as well as putting these pieces in. Then just putting this piece on to kind of hide it. Well, hide how it works exactly. And of course I also used one of those fairly new useful Technic pieces, which certainly gives us a wider variety of how to put things together. I'm certainly glad LEGO came up with that sort of thing. So anyway, I didn't have much yellow armor pieces on here, considering that I used some of the yellow main body pieces on the on that dragon MOC that I made with the 2 heads. But I did use the parts that I had, kind of making a creature that had a color scheme of black and yellow and green and gray, of course. But of course the gray is not really something important. It's just there. That's about it. So it's primarily a creature with black and yellow and green and nothing more. So also well, I used a black main body piece on the back of the creature, but on the bottom I had to improvise again to try to work out how to get the pieces to fit, because, well, when I had this piece connected onto the lower main body piece, it kind of was clashing with the main body armor piece on the other end, so I just had to move that out, but then I also had to put this piece right in so it didn't look so hollow. And then there was also those ball connection points. So I used these 3 long size yellow pieces to, well, first off, add a bit of more yellow at the front. Then the black ones came in to, well, to cover up the rest of the ball pieces. Of course, there are also ball pieces over here that are not covered up, but I'm not going to worry about those because I'm quite fine with what I have. And of course, I also use the transparent wing pieces from Waspix to, well, for the wings, of course, most obviously. And lastly, for the hands, well, the only choice that I had was to use the black Paraka feet for hands right here, like the new Rama had Onua's claws for hands. I kind of actually thought about using Roxy heads as the hands, and I could consider that the teeth of the Roxy heads were actually the little fingers of the creature, but I didn't like the way that it looked, because for one thing, it kind of looked more like they just didn't have any hands at all, kind of like more like they were wearing oven mitts or something, and that would not work out in this universe. So my bit of advice, unless you're intending to make a MOC that looks like he or she is wearing oven mitts, don't use Roxy heads for hands. So I use the Paraka feet for the hands instead. And also, I use the yellow, where were they, Slicer, Roper Rider, whatever, pieces, for the, tail of the creature. So, that's it. That's the Okoto Hornet, as I'm gonna call it. And, well, that's about it for this one. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.